Hi. I just wanted to go over some of the quick things about the bite in case people still had questions. Obviously, if you still have questions after this, please reach out to me. This is just a quick overview of the event. Hopefully, none of this is new to you. We sell 700 tickets for this event. We have about 20 left, so hopefully we sell it by the end of the day. Up to 200 of these are VIP tickets, so they enter at 1 p.m. Everybody else enters at 2. Please make sure you bring at least 750 bites, just in case people sneak past you again, or if you guys want to share with each other as well. And we really highly recommend you actually stamp. We will give stamps to you. Stamp the back of the passport, that grid that had your name and your food on there, just to kind of help keep track of who has come to your booth already. Another big reminder, this is a rain or shine event. We're not canceling it, and we are not providing you a canopy. We really suggest that you bring your own. If it's going to be larger than a 10 by 10, please let me know as soon as possible. We are like, your booths are assigned as 10 by 10 spaces, and so if you need a larger space, I'm going to have to move you around, and we can do that. We just need to know right away if it's going to be bigger than that. And then again, the other major thing about this event is, like a lot of our other events, this is plastic free, so everything is compostable. We are providing all the utensils and the big plate, as well as cups and all this other stuff, and you can serve either directly onto the plate. We've had people do that in the past, or you can have like your own small portion cups, as long as it's compostable. Timeline for you guys, you have the option of dropping stuff off on Saturday night anytime between 5 and 8 p.m. Please text me or call me if you were planning on doing that, just so I can know to wait for you. And you can drop anything off you want on Saturday night. If you want to bring your tent, all your extra tables, any shelf stable, temperature controlled things that you're going to be handing out, you can bring all of it, and we'll have it in community hall. Anything that you bring, we will also have the volunteers bring out to your space in the morning. And if you bring your canopy on Saturday night, we will have volunteers set it up on Sunday morning. Starting at 10 a.m. on Sunday, you can start loading in. Please check in at the P&A table, and we will give your staff wristbands so that they can come back and forth into the event later on. The parking lot will close to all cars at noon, so you really want to make sure you have all of your stuff in before noon, unless you want to carry it across the lot. And then at 12:30, make sure your booth is ready to be opened. The health inspector is going to be walking around between noon and 1. And then the event starts at 1. We will be announcing the award winners on Sunday. And so there's 3 subcategories this year. There's best sweet bite, best savory bite, and best vegetarian bite. And then whichever one of those has the most votes wins that best overall bite. So you theoretically could be walking away with 2 trophies, but you do need to be present to win. So again, I mean, some people have run out of food in the past and have tried to leave before 5. We'd really like for you to not do that. So to stay and man your booth if you give out coupons or something like that. But we need you to be on site to receive your trophy if you win one. And then at 5:30, the parking lot will reopen for cars for you guys to load everything out. As a reminder, we are providing for you 1 6-foot table, 1 chair. We do have more on site. We just don't want to drag them all out to your booth if you don't want them. We will be providing the large Cambro that's filled with hot water that will already be temperature checked for the hand wash station, as well as the 5-gallon bucket that goes with it. And then we will have the placards that go on your table that have the allergen notes, logo, menu, all of those things. You can kind of see the example of it over in this corner. And we have the generators for people who've requested it. If anything has changed, you need to let Chris and I know yesterday. Again, because your booth placement is based off of how much electricity you need pulled off those generators. Oops. And then you are responsible for all of the things that were on the packing list, which I've sent again, and we will have on-site day of to help go through it. Your staff who are in the booth need their food handler's card, and the health department did go around and check most booths for that last year. You need your bites, obviously, and the compostable serving items if you needed those. Otherwise, again, you can serve right onto the plate. You need your bleach bucket with rags. You need soap for your station, paper towels, gloves, the digital thermometer, and additional extension cords if you think you need them, although Chris has rented some for you. And then again, really suggest bringing a canopy. And then if you wanted additional tables for your booth and any other decorations or things like that. This is a map. This, we don't have everybody placed on here because we're going to keep kind of tweaking things. The main things to know is that people come down the main staircase. This R right here is where registration and admissions are. And these purple barriers are kind of where we're going to be holding people until their entrance starts. So at 12:30, we're going to start checking in VIPs, but we're not going to let them pass the barrier until 1 p.m. And then same thing with general admission. We'll start checking them in around 1:30 or whenever that line starts to get backed up, but we won't let them in until 2. So when you guys check in, you're going to want to find the P&A booth, which is circled here on the map. These yellow lines right here are where the fences are that divide the real parking lot from the overflow lot. So the P&A booth will be on the side of the fence closest to the brick building. You find this booth, and the volunteers who are there will be able to check you in, get your wristbands, answer any other questions you have. And then just for your staff to know as well, where this giant star is, this is where the entrance to the parking lot is, and staff or any needs, you can come back in here. You can obviously too, if you're bringing your food in waves, this whole brown space is our ADA parking, and you can pull in there, unload things, and then turn back around, but you will not be able to drive to your booth. You can also pull down into Dayton and come up through the brick building. That would give you access to the elevators. And then other details about the day: after you unload, you can go park in the upper parking lot or on any of the streets nearby. Like I said, you can enter on Dayton. This is an all ages event. Leash trained dogs are allowed at the event. We are selling 50/50 raffle tickets for folks if for some reason people ask you that. And the bite shirts are $20. If you're interested in purchasing one, we would love for you to do that. We have the list of participating restaurants on the back as well as past winners. And so that's something we're going to keep doing moving forward, is having the fun new shirt each year and then continuing to add the winners. Most people are going to have these yellow ones, so the committee will have these. Anybody else who's wearing a day of is staff in some capacity who might be able to answer questions. Otherwise, most of the event P&A staff will have this bright green shirt, actually. So anybody in the yellow or the green shirts should be able to answer questions, or if they aren't able to, they will know who to ask. And then the last thing we have for you is this list of people. We will have this at the P&A booth if you need to reference it for some reason. But these are just faces to look for in the crowd. Again, they will all be wearing one of these shirts. But if someone says, oh, Chris Maycutt knows the answer, if you guys aren't familiar with him already, which you probably are, this is the Chris that you'd be looking for. Otherwise, Chris Johnson can answer speaker questions and things like that. And so just for your reference, I also attached that in the email as a PDF, but there are printed copies floating around the event as well. And I think that's everything. Please call me or text me with any questions anytime between now and Sunday. If your power needs have changed or if your canopy size has changed, please, please let us know as soon as you can. Otherwise, we're really looking forward to Sunday, and we will see you then. Thank you.